Wayne Madsen, this is just adds to the mountain of evidence. I mean, you're an expert on this. Can you go back and talk about with Brzezinski? I mean, he's written 2 books bragging about it himself, bragging how they use these Wahhabis mainly, but you're saying also Shiites. There's evidence to always stage events all over the world to destabilize or topple governments, and tie that into what happened in Basra with the SAS caught dressed up as Wahhabis running around shooting at British and Iraqi forces?
Right, and I would also note that today in the Financial Times, Brzezinski's got a column where he's urging Obama to take a tough stance when he meets with the President Medvedev in Moscow very soon. And I would note that we were also behind some of the Chechen guerrillas that were attacking Russian forces in that country. There were links to Turkey, which is a NATO country, and also to Saudi Arabia. So this not only happened in Iraq, but also in Bosnia and in Chechnya. And I was recently told that by another credible source that there are now election monitors in Afghanistan from Bosnia, and some of these people were linked to the Bosnian Muslim forces, some of whom were working quite closely with bin Laden when he was active in that Bosnian civil war. So, we got Bosnians going to Afghanistan, Taliban going to Iraq. It looks like, some people just been playing some pretty bloody games here.
Without getting too much into your sources, I mean, most of this is already mainstream news. This is just another case that you're going over, and I've talked to the troops that have talked about how they catch or kill these Wahhabists and then get in trouble and are told to stop it, and the Marines have caught Israelis and others as well carrying out these type of attacks dressed up like Arabs. But the big question here is, why are you being given more of this information now? Is this coming from military people, intelligence people? Are they angry? Are the troops angry? How many of the troops know that the entire terror threat is basically manufactured?
Well, a lot of them. I think a lot of them do. I would add another to the mix. These private security contractors have gotten a bum rap. Look, in some cases, like with Blackwater, they deserve it, but not all of them are bad people. They saw this firsthand. A lot of these are ex-military active duty types themselves. They saw it, and they're very upset with what's going on now. What they saw, and just the fact that the U.S. looked the other way, and in some cases actively promoted this violence.
But, I mean, take the British SAS troops I've got on screen right there. That's Paul's first article at Prison Planet, but it then came out in the Times of London that indeed they were doing this. They were caught by Iraqi police, and then there was a attack with tanks against the police station to free them. How do you get an SAS officer? I know SAS officers got caught running the IRA and staging a lot of attacks as a pretext to continue the occupation of Ireland. But how do you get U.S. forces, British forces, Israeli forces to bring in Taliban and al-Qaeda to kill our own troops? I mean, that is just, I guess these are just total sociopaths?
I'm not sure they all are. Some of them obviously didn't know the difference between right and wrong. But let's face it, we know with the torture cases and the murder of detainees, the orders were coming from very high. They were coming out of Cheney's office. They were coming out of Rumsfeld's office. So if you're given an order, you face 2 options. You either follow the order or you get tagged as a whistleblower, and you may wind up as a victim yourself. And
we know they fragged. Yeah. How many Army investigators and Marine investigators just of corruption have been killed?
I lost count. The worst one, of course, was Colonel Ted Westhousing, who was the top ethics professor at West Point, who brought up issues about fraud with a contractor, and they said he shot himself to death right before he was supposed to come back to the United States. I talked to his family, and they told me, they said flat out that did not happen with Colonel Westhousing. But he's just one of many.
Here's the question, Wayne. Are the criminals winning? We know they shipped in tens of billions in cash. They gave privates $30,000 a year. They gave colonels millions a year, generals untold amount to be part of the corruption. Then they said, now do these dirty deeds for no money or we're going to burn you. Has that corruption they tried to work, has that been successful in turning our military into a complete demon force to now be used here domestically?
Well, they prosecuted a few of these con men and these fraudsters, but not many. When you look at the amount of money, when they were kicking around, bundles with $100 bills. We don't know where all that money went, but we know it was billions involved, and we saw no effort to go after the people at the top. The Bernie Madoffs and the Skillings that were involved in this fraud have never really been brought to justice. I've never seen a CEO of one of these contracting organizations, from KBR, Halliburton to CACI and the rest, prosecuted.
In closing, Wayne, we appreciate you spending time with us. I want you to have a great 4th of July coming up.
You too.
For the Republic. When you get attacked for going on Russia Today and breaking this news, I just want to point out the people attacking you are completely ignorant. I mean, it's all over the news. The airlift of evil flying Taliban out to menace Pakistan now to destabilize them. I mean, it is really an open secret that radical jihadis work for the globalists. I mean, what do you say to your critics? They're just ignorant.
Well, listen, if they want to wallow in their ignorance, that's fine. I would say I don't think all of them are ignorant. Some of them are actually. I've felt this all along when I break stories like this. The attacks are coming from the usual suspects. The neocon think tanks, the Soros-funded media outlets. I'm used to it. I got a thick skin when it comes to this. But if they want to, if people want to be ignorant, that's one thing. But I think a lot of this criticism is coming from people who are just, paid disinformation artists and provocateurs.
Well, we know the Intel Center got caught uploading Al-Qaeda videos with the Al-Qaeda logo in the same video layer as the Intel Center's logo, and these are former Black Ops chiefs from the Pentagon and CIA. I mean, the secret's getting out of who really runs Al-Qaeda and who's really killing our people. And I just appreciate your courage, Wayne. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
All right, there goes Wayne Madsen. Paul Watson's doing a big, detailed report, kind of the history of this. All mainstream news, but all a piece here, a piece there. He's coming up the next couple segments to run through some of the history of this. Then we're going to open the phones up for all of you out there on this, what feels like a Friday edition. I'm going to be here live tomorrow. This Thursday edition, 2nd day of July, 2009. PrisonPlanet.com.